Good morning to all. Welcome back to Land Resources of Karnataka. We are in the third part of the lesson. In the third part, we are studying about major crops of Karnataka. In the previous part, we studied different types of cultivation system, and in this part, we are going to study about major crops of Karnataka and types of crops. So, crops of Karnataka divided into two groups. They are food crops and commercial crops. What is food crops? Crops are growing for home consumption purpose or for food purpose called food crops. Example, growing paddy, jowar and ragi. What is commercial crops? Growing crops for trading purpose, importing and exporting or for commercial purpose called commercial crops. Example, sugarcane, tobacco, cotton and coffee plantation. Major intention of growing this type of crops is earning money. So in this part, we are studying about 3 major food crops and 4 different types of commercial crops. Let us start with food crops. Let me explain first. First major food crop of Karnataka, paddy. So paddy is one of the major food crop of Karnataka and rice is the staple food of the people of Karnataka. You can see here picture of rice and paddy. Rice made by paddy. So rice is the staple food of the people of Karnataka and paddy is the major food crop of Karnataka. Why paddy became major food crop? Because paddy occupied major portion of the cultivable land. Paddy is grown in 28.2% of the total cultivable land and it is the highest. And nowadays production of paddy has increased due to various reasons like due to good irrigation facility, due to use of chemical fertilizer and use of high yielding hybrid seeds. Due to this all reason, production of paddy has increased in our state. Paddy is a tropical crop. What is tropical crop? When a crop required rainfall and temperature called a tropical crop. So paddy required heavy rainfall and high temperature. Those regions are receiving low rainfall depends on irrigation facility. Example, northern Maidan also producer of paddy, but it is a low rainfalling region, so it depends on irrigation facility. And it requires level land or plain land, not slope region. Slope regions are suitable to grow those plantation crops like coffee plantation, tea plantation, etc. But paddy required level or plain land. And it required two different types of soils called clay and alluvial soil. You can see here picture of left side of the screen, you can see picture of clay soil and here you can see alluvial soil. So both are suitable to grow paddy. Along with this favorable condition, paddy required organic manure. Organic manure means natural fertilizers. Can we use leaves of trees, waste of animals as a organic manure or natural fertilizer? Along with this, it required good number of laborers. It required more number of laborers for the cultivation of paddy. And paddy is mainly kharif crop. Two types of crops are there called kharif crop and rabi crops. What is kharif crops? Growing crops during rainy season is called kharif crops. So during rainy season can we get 70% of paddy production. So that's why paddy is mainly kharif crops. Remaining 30% can be get during summer season. So growing crops during summer season is called rabi crops with the help of irrigation facility. During summer season also can we grow paddy but with the help of irrigation facility because paddy required more water. Can we grow paddy by using two methods called broadcasting method and transplanting method. Growing paddy using two methods called broadcasting method and transplanting method. See, look at here. First picture, it's about a broadcasting method. Placing seeds under soil directly. But in second method, shifting paddy grass from one place to another place. So called transplanting method. So people can use any method depends on geographical region. Depends on geographical condition of the region. So Malnad having maximum number of broadcasting method and rest of the part like northern Maidan and coastal region people are using transplanting method because they are having more number of plain lands. In Karnataka, Raichur is the highest producer of paddy. After Raichur, Ballari, Shivamogga, Davangere, Mysore, Mandya, these all other districts are leading producer of paddy in Karnataka, but highest producer is Raichur. So this is about paddy cultivation in Karnataka. Let us go to second major food crop of Karnataka, jowar. At present, jowar is the second major food crop of Karnataka, but until recently, area under jowar cultivation was more than paddy. But recently, due to various reasons, production of jowar has decreased. At the same time, production of paddy has increased. So at present, jowar is grown in 26% of the total cultivable land. And in India, Karnataka is the second leading producer of jowar after Maharashtra. And jowar is the staple food of the people of North Karnataka. North Karnataka people used to prepare jowar roti from jowar. So jowar roti is the staple food of the people of northern part of Karnataka. And stalks of jowar plants are used as cattle fodder. Let me show what is stalks. Look at here, first picture, this part is called stalks of jowar plants. Upper part is used for food purpose. Upper parts, it consists of jowar seeds, used for food purpose. Rest of the part, remaining parts used as cattle fodder. But in southern part of Karnataka, in southern Maidan region, people used to grow jowar only for a cattle fodder purpose. And jowar belongs to grass family, and its botanical name is Sorghum vulgare. Both are important. One more question. Jowar belongs to grass family, and its botanical name is Sorghum vulgare. Every crop is having its own scientific name or botanical name. So botanical name of jowar is Sorghum vulgare. Same like paddy, jowar also one of the tropical crop. It required moderate rainfall and moderate temperature. Not heavy rainfall and high temperature. It required average. Both are average. Both are moderate rainfall and moderate temperature. And it required mixed black and red soil and alluvial soil. Mixed black and red soil and alluvial soil are suitable for jowar cultivation. So jowar can be grown by using broadcasting method, not shifting jowar plants from one place to another place. Can be grown by using broadcasting method, means placing seeds directly under soil. So in Karnataka, Vijaypur stands first in the production of jowar. Along with Vijaypur, other northern Maidan districts like Kalaburgi, Bagalkot, Raichur, Belagavi, Bidar, Ballari, so these all are belongs to northern Maidan region, leading producer of jowar after Vijaypur. So this is about jowar cultivation. Let us go to third major food crop of Karnataka, ragi. At present, ragi is the third major food crop of Karnataka after paddy and jowar. But in India, Karnataka is the leading producer of ragi. In India, Karnataka is the leading producer of ragi, but in Karnataka, ragi is the third major food crop. Why? Because ragi is grown only 14% of the total cultivable land. Ragi is grown only 14% of the total cultivable land. That's why ragi is the third major food crop after paddy and jowar. And ragi is the very nutritive food grain. At the same time, very cheapest food grain also. And its botanical name or scientific name of ragi is Illusian coracana. Illusian coracana, botanical name of ragi. Important one more question. Botanical name of ragi is Illusian coracana. And ragi is used for preparing ragi made products like ragi ball, means ragi mudde, then ragi porridge, ragi ganji, then ragi malt, ragi dosa, spotted flour, ragi hittu. So these are ragi made products. And stalks means remaining part, lower part of the ragi plants used as cattle fodder. Same like jowar stalks, ragi stalks also used as cattle fodder. So same like jowar and paddy, ragi also tropical crop. It required high temperature and moderate rainfall. Ragi required high temperature and moderate rainfall, and it required red sandy and loamy soil. You can see here in the top red sandy soil, and here lower part you can see loamy soil. Both are suitable to grow ragi. So ragi, it can withstand very severe droughts, can be used for a long time. It will not spoil like other food grains. So can be used during droughts, baragala time can be used during droughts, because it will not spoil soon like other grains, other food grains. So can be used for a long time as a food crops. And ragi is also mainly kharif crops, but during summer season also can be grow ragi using irrigation facility. And same like paddy, ragi also required more number of labors for the cultivation of ragi. So in Karnataka, Tumakuru is the highest producer of ragi. In India, Karnataka is the leading producer, but in Karnataka, Tumakuru is the leading producer of ragi, and in Karnataka, ragi is grown only in 14% of the total cultivable land. Along with Tumakuru, other southern Maidan districts also leading producer of ragi after Tumakuru. How jowar is the main crop in North Karnataka? No, same like that only. Ragi is the main food crop of southern Maidan region people. So here Tumakuru is leading producer. Important one more question. Leading producer of ragi is Tumakuru. And here in right side you can see picture of ragi cultivation or ragi plants. So this is about food crops. In this part we studied about three major food crops like paddy, jowar and ragi. So in the next part we can study about commercial crops.